pressure. Don't worry, I'm not going to be taking anything off. Maybe later. Okay, because the music features so heavily tonight, I thought I'd perform a piece that's all about my relationship with music. It's called Music and Me. Hello, I love you. Won't you tell me your name? The first words that you ever said. The surprise return of a lost friend sees us spinning round again. It's good to have you back. You've stayed exactly the same. You're still saying the same great, exciting things. Do you remember me with sad eyes or funny reflection? I wish I could dance all night with you, but I've gotten worse since you've been away. I may be older, but thank you for making me feel strong today. Do you recall me sat on the front doorstep and ignored by the whole street? An invisible child shouldn't feel that they are always never seen. My battered bright blue Walkman worn proud on a tattered belt. It felt like a pacemaker, beating double time for the life it was trying to save. But you know, the inner voice was heard by your verse, chorus, verse. A sudden key change blinded and wiped away the darkest days with its ad-lib till fade. All those shitty battles were crippled under by the weight of a pile of vinyl on a heavy rotation, on an endless play. When I was young, I'd watch as Dad would put on a stack of sexy singles. He'd say to her, if I said you had a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? They'd dance close together and smooch. My embarrassed sisters would have to leave the room. But I stayed as I loved to see them passionately parade, twirling and shifting to the needle's last fluff-filled play. Love overflowed every part of my dull grey self and produced colours in all the important places. My head, my heart, my stomach, and solid in my happy feet. Thinking back to that young boy who watched helplessly as his mother cried, Tammy Wynette knew which button to press to relieve the stress. Mum would look over with Hoover in hand and smile and go, all gone now, and happily return to the cleaning. The base of our relationship was built on the knowledge and understanding of country music's power of expression. We'd look over at each other and appreciate that Dolly wrote the next one for us, as we were always working 9 till 5. The emotional investment that we placed into certain songs were almost as strong as the love we put into actual relationships that we were in. So the roads walked weren't that battled, knowing that you were there singing in my ear. You were present when every pet and friend disappeared. You were there when the teacher was shouting, while we were ignoring. We let you do our talking. I ran home crying to you when I was a bloody-nosed, awkward teen. And as an adult, you still welcome me in with an expert ear for knowing that I need to sing and scream. You don't know what you've done to me, but I feel it endlessly. You are my discovery. You're still my recovery. Your loaded grooves generate too much life for me, a perfect overdose daily. The patterns and language pull me through this existence and out into somewhere, everywhere, anywhere, to be somebody that I actually want to be. So, I'm still like a virgin, touched for the very first time. Surrounded by hearts of glass and a good heart is hard to find. And left to my own devices, I'll be losing my mind. My true colours shining through time after time. Nothing compares to you and that knocks me off my feet. That little Prince Charming now feels like a killer queen. I'll be forever wet in that purple rain if you should go away. So spin me round, right round. I am the DJ, I am that I play. The man in the mirror is looking to the big sky and is ready to shout. I'm beginning to see the light that will never go out. So these moments in love are forever in my life, pure, true blue. Now I shout out from the highest hills, music, I will always love you. Thank you. I'm going to get serious now. Looking back over the year, because we're coming to the end of the year, the only thing I remember is the riots in August. I used to be a primary school teaching assistant, and so I just didn't understand where these children were coming from. So I wrote this. It's called Sad Trainers. Those over there, they'll have what he'll never wear. And the guys on TV, head to foot in their designer labels, yards of cars, makes him want stuff, makes him need and crave and demand, and be involved in the biggest crime wave in the land. All of a sudden, they're running with friends, not afraid of the adults with tasers and shields or the helicopters roaring above their hooded heads. You can't even stop them. She says that the locals are going to fight tonight. She actually used a word like uprise, without knowing that the power in these words were growing and seeping through to the kids in the primary schools. And suddenly they are all seizing forwards, torching shop doorways, and feeling brave in the face of authority and the Sky News reporters. Now we are blaming the mothers. And what must David think of them? Well, has he ever really given a damn about each other? Suits and ties never say or know anything about their lives. With a smug mug and a twisting of words, he subtly says that he hates all of us. No one ever speaks for them. Only that bloke on MTV with his fucking expensive trainers. That makes him want stuff. That makes him need and crave and demand and be involved in the biggest crime wave in the land. It's difficult trying to understand each side. I'm not sure if any of them are aware that there was a mournful family somewhere. Watching TV, confused and deep in sadness. They're trying to stay sane through all of their madness. The endless tears hidden from view, as they are not sure of what they would do with them. It even makes me cry that the country is on fire tonight. And yet he still says, "Mum, I'm sorry for what I'm about to do to our streets. But my life is not yet complete without those trainers on my feet." Thank you. Okay, I'll finish with this. That was negative. This is positive. I hate the phrase, "at the end of the day."
So don't do it!
See you after. Well, my auntie uses it. She says, well, at the end of the day, they deserved that. So I want to turn it into something positive. So this is at the end of the day. The heart falls asleep to the sound of the mind trying to complete another day. So flutter, little butterfly muscle, sing yourself a gentle lullaby. Every day we try our hardest not to smash into others in concrete as we avoid another stressful encounter on these streets. But with great rainfall and heavy, sudden thunder, there should always follow some warmth and comfort. So I hope that the day didn't destroy your beliefs and that those black clouds are horizon underneath. Because the heart wants to breathe slow and the mind wants to follow. So let them rest back so that they're lined up at your feet. The closed curtains and soft blank lights, eyes heavy and they will sleep tight. This all comes at the end of the day. So I softly say a quiet good night. Thank you.